Okay, so good morning everyone. Welcome to the DTRS class of 113. So after a long time of Diwali, voice aa raha hai? Okay, so today we have selected the ECBC, that is the Energy Conservation Building Code, as our lead topic. We will understand that what basically this phenomena is. Okay, now before starting with the 10 MCQ, we are going to start with one of our favorite, or rather with one quotation. We always start with our class. For today we have selected, opportunity does not knock, it presents itself when you beat down the door. So basically it is meaning, or what it is suggesting, that if you want anything in your life, it will not come to you automatically. Sometimes when let us understand this in our dream of achieving the UPSC examination or clearing this examination, that many times we say that luck was not there. Okay, and we try to overlook the hard work or what action we have to do. So this is something where you have to keep this in mind. Okay, so it is not that the first luck will come and then you will do the hard work, but rather you should do the hard work, then the luck will favor you. Okay, so opportunity does not knock, opportunity will not come, you will have to find out that opportunity. Okay, it presents itself when you beat down the door. So you should also develop this habit for your whole life, that you should go, or rather keep your personality and keep your effort in such a way that you don't have to wait for some kind of miracles. Rather your action, rather your thought should pave the path for your success. Okay, now let us move to the questions. So 10 topics we have selected today. So energy conservation building code and going up to the Bangladeshi counterpart news. Okay, let us first of all start with the question. Consider the following statement regarding the energy conservation building code. ECBC sets minimum energy standard. ECBC sets minimum energy standard only for commercial building, with the objective of enabling between 25 to 50% in compliant building. Now we have to see and understand that whether ECBC is only for the commercial building. Now yes, the first statement is correct. It is only for commercial building. It is not applicable for residential buildings. Okay, and even in the category of the commercial buildings which are using more than 100 kilowatt of energy or more, this ECBC's standard is applicable to them. Okay, so only it is applicable for commercial building, it is not applicable for residential building. So first statement is correct. It primarily looks at three components of the building design that include lighting system, HVAC system and the electrical power system. Now if we try to understand that what is the phenomena basically behind this ECBC compliance approach, three compliance approach are there. Okay, first is some mandatory provisions are there, the second is some prescriptive provisions are there, and the third is the whole building provision. Whole building provision is there. Now under these three categories, many more criteria are there, and if we try to look all these criteria, then the count goes more than 3. Okay, so it primarily looks at the three component. So it is not only looking after this lighting system, HVAC system, electrical power, but how you have designed the roof, how you have designed the wall, how the windows has been designed. So all these factors are kept into mind, that whether they have been designed in a such manner that whether they are helping in power consumption or not. Okay, so this statement is incorrect. ECBC is designed to be applied to both new building construction and the retrofitting of existing structure. Yes, this statement is correct. So it is applicable for new building and the existing buildings also. Okay, those who are having the commercial building having the load capacity is more than 100 kilowatt or more. Okay, so what do we find here? Only two statements are correct. Now apart from this, you should study that under ECBC which ministry is there, this program is guided under which ministry, which institution is there which looks after this ECBC provision. So basically we have the Ministry of Power and the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. These two institutions are there, you should remember this. Okay, so here the correct answer is option B. Two statements are correct. Now let us move to second question. So this is the context why it was in news. India's Energy Conservation Building Code. Okay. Now second statement. With reference to Exim Bank of India, consider the following statement. It is a statutory financial institution which aims to promote India's international trade. Yes, this statement is correct. Under the Exim Bank Act of 1981, through an act of parliament, this bank has been established basically for facilitating promoting and for financing the India's international trade. Okay, it is fully owned by the government of India. This statement is also correct. It also provides a line of credit to government of other countries for development project. Yes, it also provides finance. So basically you give the finance so that foreigner also prefers the Indian companies or the Indian trade. Okay, the basic agenda behind this. So all these three statements are correct. Now you read much more about the Exim Bank of India. You can just type it in the Google and just go through the website, and then there is about us. Whenever these kind of government bodies, institutions are there, do definitely go through their website and try to go all the information which are there. Basically their organization, their mission, their vision, all these things you people need to study. We have given that in the description file also. You can read from that. Okay. Now, third question. Recently seen in the news, the species Tangionalysis dhriti discovered in the Ranipuram Hill area is an amphibian bird, insect or a mammal. So basically this Tangionalysis dhriti is a type of insect. Okay, and now where this Ranipuram Hill is located, it is basically located in the state of Kerala in the Western Ghats. Okay, so here the correct answer is option C. Remember these species in news, how they are made. Okay, so scientist of the Geological Survey of India has discovered a new species, wasp. Basically it is a wasp. Okay, remember that. Now next question. Which of the following personalities has become the first woman in the world to skydive over the North Pole, South Pole and the Mount Everest? First personality to skydive over the North Pole, South Pole and the Mount Everest. So basically here the correct answer is Sheetal Mahajan. She was recently in news as she has done this extraordinary task of basically skydiving over the North Pole, South Pole and the Mount Everest. So you should remember these you should not be monotonous in your approach. Sometimes the UPSC gives questions related to sports and all these things. Not every time, but sometimes they give. So you should also not try to overlook these things. Okay, especially related to when India has performed at a sports level, at a larger level, that news should be there. Okay, so here Sheetal Mahajan, she has become the first woman in the world to achieve this feat. Okay, now next question. So you have to basically identify paragraph is given. You need to identify for what we are talking about. It is India's largest forest ruminant. Ruminant basically means herbivorous grazing animal with a dark brown coat. Males have huge 3-tinned antlers. Okay, they are found throughout India except high Himalayas, desert, Kutch and the coast. Their habitat ranges from moist deciduous forest to scrubland. Much more descriptions. Both male and female have a sore spot on the necks, okay, which is a gland that is associated with communication. Males live a solitary life and are occasionally spotted associating with each other, mostly in the rutting season. They are often seen soaking themselves in the shallow lakes and the rivers. So many times UPSC has given such a question like this. Okay, you need to find out that sometimes they give description of a species and you have to identify that particular species. So here all these criteria, it basically fits to sambar deer. Okay, you need to remember all these characteristics. In the description file, apart from the sambar deer, you will find that we have given you information about all these deers also. Now one more thing other than that, what is there in the file, you should remember the important national park where these basically these deers are, their hotbed are there, or where they are particularly they are found. Those national park, remember these. For these species, you need to remember those national parks also, where they are prominently they are found. Okay, so here the correct answer is option D, sambar deer. You can remember some of the important characteristics like India's largest forest ruminant, males having huge 3-tinned antlers. All these things you need to keep in mind. Okay. From Coimbatore, VOC Park Zoo to be released into the wild with caution. This is the context why this news was framed. Okay. Now consider the following Indian products: brick tea, cholai, burans juice, pahari tur dal, and the chamoli wooden Ramanan mask. How many of the above product have received GI tag certification? Basically, it was in news recently seen. So all these products have received the GI tag certification. So here the correct answer is option D. And basically all these are from the state of Uttarakhand. Okay. All these products are from the state of Uttarakhand and recently they have received the GI tag. Now apart from this, you should study that what is basically GI tag certification, which institution gives this, where it is located, under which ministry it comes, what are the criterias for giving the GI tag certification. So apart from this, you need to study some more information with regard to the how the process with regard to the GI tag certification. Okay, so here the correct answer is option D. So products from Uttarakhand bags GI tag. This is the context why it was in news. Okay. Now, Operation Nanhe Fariste, which was seen in the news recently, is conducted by which of the following government agencies? RPF, CBI, NCPCR and the NCB. So here the correct answer is the Railway Protection Force. Basically, children who due to any reason they get separated from their families and they are found within the vicinity of the railways. So railway basically tries to do what? Look after these children, give them to the concerned district authority, and then they try to unite them with their family members. So basically this operation is conducted by the Railway Protection Force. Okay. So during October 2023, RPF united over 601 children under the operation Nanhe Fariste. This is the context of the news. Now, recently seen in the news, the Palamu Tiger Reserve. The Palamu Tiger Reserve is related to which of the following geographical region? Malwa, Bagelkhand, Chota Nagpur Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. So here if we know Palamu Tiger Reserve, basically it is the Chota Nagpur Plateau region. Okay, this is the correct answer for this. And you can see that how questions related to the UPSC, they have asked in the question that which of the following project areas are located in the Kaveri Basin. So that is the way and that is the thing how you should, any topic which is there, any place which is there in news, what is its geographical location, for why it was in news, what are its important geographic species based, that are the areas from where you all of you need to prepare with respect to your current affair part. Okay, so basically Palamu Tiger Reserve, in this context of the question, it is in the Chota Nagpur Plateau area. Okay, now context, finally tiger roaming in, PTR captured on camera. Okay, so this is the reason why it is there. Okay, now question number 9. Consider the following statement about the National Coal Index. It has been developed by the Indian Statistical Institute. Yes, Kolkata. This statement is correct. It is a price index combining the prices of coal from all the sale channels. So basically, if we talk about this national coal index, generally we find three ways are there in which the prices are determined from all the sales channel. So basically three channels are there. One is the notified price, second is the auction price, and the third is the imported price of the coal. Imported price of the coal. Through this calculation, the government determines the price for the coking and the non-coking coal. Okay, in that way the price is arrived. So here it is a price index combining the prices of coal from all sale channels. So even this statement is correct. It is released annually by the Ministry of Coal. No, this is released monthly. Okay, on monthly basis this is released. So this statement is incorrect. The downward trend in the NCI signifies a more balanced market, aligning supply and demand. So when the price is there, basically it is saying that as what is this national coal index? Basically the price index it is. And when there is a decline, so what we generally find is that it basically reflects that a balanced market. It means there is a balance between the demand and the supply of coal. Okay. If how things will be go at a higher level. If the prices is higher, then what is the situation? It basically means that the demand is more than the supply. And if the prices is low, then it basically means the stock of the carbon or the stock of the coal is more, and also the use of the coal is less. So basically it means what? That we are moving towards other sources of energy like the renewable energy, hydroelectric energy, nuclear energy for our production processes. So this is a good sign. So downward trend in the NCI signifies a more balanced market, aligning supply and demand. So this statement is also correct. So what we find here, option C is the correct answer. Okay. So National Coal Index rises 3 points in the September amid higher demand. Okay, this is the context why it was there in the news. Now consider the following statement. Agartala Akhura rail link is the first rail link to operationalize between India and Bangladesh. First rail link to operationalize between India and Bangladesh. No, this statement is incorrect. Already before this, the rail link between India and Bangladesh is there basically from West Bengal. Okay, so from West Bengal the line is already there. This Agartala Akhura rail link is the first rail link for Northeast India and Bangladesh. It is not of India, but it is for the Northeast. Remember that. There is a catch. For India and Bangladesh, first already existed between the from West Bengal through Haldibari area, that communication is done. Okay, but if we talk about in the context of the northeast, yes, this statement will become correct. So remember the framing, how this framing of the statement is done. Okay, now here what we find is that it's telling that the Agartala Akhura rail link is the first rail link. No, this statement is incorrect. Agartala, which is there in the Tripura, serve as the international immigration station for the passenger. No, within this statement is not correct. It is basically the Nischintapur. Okay, it is the Nischintapur which will serve as the international immigration. Now this Nischintapur is located in the West Tripura part. Okay, western side. So this statement is also incorrect. The rail link serves only for people to people connect and not for the international trade and commerce. No, this statement is also incorrect. Along with people to people connection, it will serve as a medium for international trade and exchange also. Okay, so this statement is correct. So here what do we find? Option D is the correct answer. Okay, so that way we have covered all the 10 news. You can see the context that why it was there in the news. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Again in the evening we will again take the session for the DTRS class also. So keep revising this thing and keep brushing up your daily current affairs through the Lukmaan IAS DTRS session. Okay, thank you.